It's a beautiful day for baseball. Nixa Eagles baseball, that is. I'm Aiden Hopkins alongside my partner, Eli Dean. How you doing today, Eli?
Doing pretty good. We're out here in the sun. We got the sun right behind our necks here. We might get a little bit sunburned, but it'll be okay. It's going to be a great day.
Nixa comes into this game 13-1 on an 11-game win streak. Their only loss coming from Springfield Catholic at U.S. Ballpark in extra innings in a 2-1 loss. Ethan Taylor will be on the mound for the Eagles. Some might call him the ace. He's had a really good season. What are things we have to look for when Ethan Taylor's on the mound?
Well, Ethan Taylor's been able to have some really nice tempo this season. He's been able to pick up the tempo, and then when he needs to, slow it down. So that'll be one of the things here that we look for, how early he attacks these Joplin hitters with his tempo.
I like what you talked about, the tempo, how fast he moves on the mound. He controls the game, and that's an early thing said when you're a pitcher, is you control the time of the game. Not really in the MLB anymore, but high school, you control the game, you control the tempo, and he goes as fast as he can to make those hitters uncomfortable in the box. So players to look for this Nixa lineup, batting lineup. What do you want to say?
Well, obviously, the entirety of their lineup is really destructive. In the last game, they were able to score each of their runs with the 8 and 9 hitters in their lineup. So they were really able to pull from anywhere in the lineup, but especially that bottom part of the lineup. When a pitcher thinks he's gotten through the 3, 4, and 5 hitters and he's able to attack, there's still a lot more coming. So depending on wherever you put guys in the lineup, it doesn't necessarily matter. The Eagles lineup entirely has a good chance of success against these pitchers.
Nixa is familiar with this baseball field. Last time they were here, it didn't end how I wanted. District championship game, they lost to Kickapoo here. So trying to get a W on the board at the Joplin field. So we're going to step aside, wait for starting lineups and national anthem. We'll be right back when the game starts.
To the Joplin High School baseball field, part of the Joplin Athletic Complex at the Joplin facility. Now, starting for the Nixa Eagles in center field, number 7, Wyatt Vincent. Left field is number 2, Rylan Michelle. Shortstop, number 3, Caden Proud. Catching is number 17, Jackson Edwards. First base is number 16, Tanner Grant. Right field is number 14, Reese Dimberger. Third base is number 12, Roden Mabe. Designated hitter is number 15, Gary Oak. Second base is number 5, Colin Ussery. Pitching is number 20, Ethan Taylor. Head coach of the Nixa Eagles is Logan Hughes. Now, starting for the Joplin Eagles in right field is number 2, Brady Mayles. Second base is number 12, Caden Shoemaker. Shortstop is number 6, Violet Reether. Center field is number 13, Leighton Kofer. Pitching is number 22, Alex Isbell. Catching is number 4, Jackson Queen. First base is number 35, Brock Waghorn. Designated hitter is number 19, Braxton Goff. Third base is number 9, David Finn. And left field is number 21, Hayden Kerr. This time we'd like you to stand as we honor our country while we play our national anthem.
We're live from Joplin High School. Just not tuning in, I'm Aiden Hopkins alongside my partner Eli Dean. Alex Isbell will get the nod to go on the mound for the Joplin Eagles. He's going to pitch to Wyatt Vincent leading off. Wyatt Vincent hitting 400 on the year. Trying to improve that right now.
Swung at the first pitch he saw in his first 3 at-bats in the last game.
First pitch to him to be outside, ball 1.
It seemed like in that last at-bat he was able to build up his plate discipline, so he's trying to improve on that here in this at-bat as well.
Isbell gets a sign from Queens. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Here's the pitch from Isbell. Outside, ball 2.
Kind of interesting field setup here for Joplin. From all the way to the left side of the field to about right center. They've got a clear wall, which means you don't necessarily know when the ball is going to go out or not. And then on that right side, you got tile and the blue fence. Not sure what the rules would be if the ball hits over the blue fence. I'd assume it's a home run. Add a little bit of... It's got to hit the house.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, lifted. Right field, shallow right field. Brady Mails gets under it and gets the first out of the inning.
Yeah, the sun's pretty bright out here, so you might see some fielders struggle right away to locate the baseball. Of course, we're outside here, so if in an opportunity, we've already got a little bit of a baseball here. If one gets popped back, Aiden, I'm expecting you to protect me.
All right. Try my best. Rylan Michelle, first pitch swinging, ground to the third baseman, David Bend. Ben throws it across the diamond. It's not going to be caught by Waghorn, so that's going to be an
Michelle on base with an error.
Just the ball skipped underneath the first baseman glove. Not much he could have done there. He's expecting it to kind of play off the hop. But when that ball dips a little bit weird, that's a bit tough. Probably be an error on the third baseman, David
Bend.
There we go.
Caden Cloud up to bat. He's batting .413 on the year. Rylan Michelle at first base. First pitch to Cloud's going to be in there for a strike.
Seems like some people have the right idea, not sitting on the super, super hot bleachers and sitting on the rocks out by the visitors' bullpen.
Just inside, ball 1.
People still kind of filing in. Some people, you got the houses back there in right field, as we were mentioning. Some people just sitting in there. Sitting over there, they got some chairs set up.
Check back to Michelle at first. Is unsuccessful, so that's going to be an successful pickoff attempt. So 1-1 count, 1 out. Caden Cloud at the plate. Rylan Michelle at first. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, strike 2.
We got some rec league soccer practices going on in the sports complex. And it looks like a high school or junior high track going on as well.
They got every sport. They got every spring sport happening right now. Inside curveball. Luckily it curved. That would have hit Cloud right in the back. So 2-2 now.
Cloud didn't move much, so he wasn't afraid to get hit by that one.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Barely stays in play.
We got a little bit of space between us and the bleachers, so that ball, if it had probably gone over, either would have hit the top of the bleachers or in between that little hole. Yeah, we got the camera up pretty high too, so I might have had to take off the headset and try to, what is it, like, try to dive for that as much as I could have. I don't know.
That 2-2 pitch was outside, making it a 3-2 count. So 3-2 count, 1 out. Runner on first. Caden Cloud up to bat. Jack Edwards on deck.
It's not too windy either, so a ball can travel kind of anywhere, but not necessarily up in the air.
3-2 pitch, runner goes. That's going to be a single, not a single, hit in the left field. Caden Cloud rounding first, going 2. That's to put runners on second and third with Jack Edwards coming up.
Caden Cloud with a double down the third base line.
Kind of felt like the left fielder was kind of forced to throw it in to the to their second baseman there. It was kind of a weird play where he could have thrown the ball into the shortstop at second so that Cloud maybe could have been able to get tagged out there, but he was able to slide in without much of a throw.
Jackson Edwards.
So Jack Edwards up to bat. He's tied for most RBIs on the team with 11. He's trying to improve that here. Riley Michelle at third base. Caden Cloud at second. 1 out, 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Isbell. Outside, 1-1.
Looks like we got the Edwards family filming here on the left side. Coming all the way from Joplin. About a little bit like a less than 2-hour drive, but not too bad. Making the trip.
1-1 pitch, swung on, lifted, shallow left field. In comes Kerr. He makes the catch. Michelle tags, and that will get Jack Edwards his 12th RBI of the season on a sacrifice fly.
Really shallow kind of pop-up, but when it hangs up there, it kind of gives the third baseman, or the runner at third base, more time to make those types of decisions. He was ultimately able to believe that with the fielder that caught the ball, having it to come in from his backside, it was a lot easier for him to run there and get that running for the Eagles here early.
In walks Tanner Grant. He also has 11 RBIs on the season. He's first pitch swinging, first pitch lining out to Caden Shoemaker, the second baseman. So that will end at the top of the first inning. Nixa strikes first. They get 1 run on the board. Heading to the bottom of the first, Nixa leads 1-0. Brady Males will lead off for the Joplin team. Ethan Taylor on the mound, like I mentioned. And funny story about him, I walked in the bullpen earlier. I started talking to Elijah. I go, who do you think's closing tonight? And Ethan Taylor was throwing. He looks at me and goes, no one.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting thing here to kind of talk about. We saw in the last game, we saw a complete game shutout. Trying to see who... Oh.
First pitch swung on, lifted. Cloud goes back, makes the catch. That's one quick out for the Eagles defense.
Sometimes when you're backpedaling like that, you just try to see where the ball's at. Obviously, as we were mentioning earlier, the sun is really bright. There's not very many clouds. There's more clouds out pretty far away, but nothing that really shields the sun.
Number 12, Caden Shoemaker.
Just trying to make a good catch there. Kind of stumbles at the end there, but he's able to make the catch.
Caden Shoemaker into bat. First pitch in was a ball. So was the second. So it's 2-0 count, 1 out. I think we might see Jordan Burns join us on the broadcast. Inside 3-0 count.
We're sitting here doing the scoreboard. Now he's giving him something to do here.
He wants some action. Here's the pitch, 3-0 count. Makes it a 3-1 count. Outside corner.
One of the things we talk about Ethan Taylor as he gets ready to make this pitch is the tempo has been pretty high today as well.
3-2 count. Now he got into that one real quick. Your mic volume does not need to be 10, it needs to be 2.
He wants to be the loudest one here.
No, my headpiece was mute.
The ball is swung on and grounded to Broden Mabe. Broden Mabe cleans it fields it cleanly and gets a throw across the diamond for the second out.
See, they don't listen to him either.
All right.
All right, back to scoreboard.
Taylor's able to get out of the 3-0 jam there. 2 strikes and then able to get the nice little ground ball. Next, as we were talking about, the Ozark game was able to have some really high contact, and it seems like they were able to make some really solid contact in that last inning. From the ground ball to the third base that wasn't thrown cleanly and into the line drive that ended the inning, they've had some really nice contact here.
That pitch is swung on and fouled back, so it's to be 1-1 count.
Glad I moved the
To
bus.
Byler Reeder. There's a pitch from Taylor, curveball high, 2-1.
Always got to watch for the sneaky little foul ball that stays up there just a bit too long. Some school buses kind of driving by.
They got out of school late.
They always get out of school late.
We came in and they were still at school.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yep. I think they get out at like 3:30 or something like that.
Oof.
But then they probably start at 8:30. I don't know.
They start at 6:30. No, I'm
6:30?
kidding. I don't know what it is.
I'd rather get to school earlier and leave earlier
I
than
don't know.
get to school later and leave later.
See, I'm more of a night person.
Well,
Me
I am
too.
I am too. I hate mornings, but I would rather get out of school way earlier because that means you have more to do in the day. Because what are you going to do with that 1 extra hour? Sleep? That's about
yes,
it.
Yeah,
That's about
that's
it.
exactly what you do.
But I can actually be productive outside of it.
Me too, in my bed.
Wake up
Asleep.
at 7:15 instead of having to rush up in the morning. Probably even later than that too. Takes me about 10 minutes to get to school. The struggle is I have to park in the gravel, and I drop my sister off at the front door. So I've got to go through all the traffic and then walk. So
10 minutes to get to school, and then 10 minutes from your parking spot to get in the building.
basically, yeah.
So 1-1 count, 2 out, runner on first. After a walk, Leighton Kofer at the plate, trying to get something going here. Taylor looks in, kind of slows it down here, and we're going to get a time called.
Yeah, something like that. Taylor decides, even after the time was called, to kind of get ready to set for the pitch because the umpire has to say there's time. If he doesn't say that, then Ethan Taylor could have thrown that pitch, but kind of just waited out. Good job making sure he was okay with it.
That pitch is swung on line straight to Wyatt Vincent. Beautiful swing, but just Wyatt Vincent was perfect. So they're going to put a 0 on the scoreboard at the bottom of the first inning. Due up for Nixa, it's Dernberger, Mabe, and Oaf. We're going to step aside, be right back. Reese Sternberger walks up to the plate. He's batting .364 on the year. He's going to try to get something going on the top of the second. First pitch, Hims inside, ball number 1.
I don't understand why sometimes it thinks I'm right-clicking.
What?
Should I use my left hand?
No.
Does
Foul
Burns
back.
know his left and rights?
Barely.
Foul
See, it
back,
did it
1-1.
again. I'm like, I'm just pushing. Just move up.
They have no idea what you're talking about.
I know they don't. It's all right.
The scoreboard. If you're following the scoreboard and you see, hey, that was a ball, but it was a strike, or hey, Joplin didn't get 3 runs there. You can thank
You
Jordan
can
Burns.
blame me.
You can send your complaints to either Zach Rance.
I'm a really good ball watcher, so I get distracted sometimes.
Pitch is swung on and grounded to
Byler
Byler Reether. He gets the
Waghorn for
out.
number 1.
Jordan Burns, professional ball watcher.
Yep. It's what my degree's in, actually.
There you go. Where'd you graduate from?
Evangel.
Now batting the third baseman,
There you go.
number
University
12,
of Ball Watching.
Roden
University
May.
of Ball Watching. The
Oh.
school of ESPN.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Roden Mabe walks in. 382 on the year. First pitch to him is a curveball outside corner, 0-1.
Seen a few little outside pitches get called for strikes here. Both pitchers trying to take advantage of that here early.
Isbell's second pitch, outside corner, like you said.
Hasn't been
0-2.
anything too horrendous, though, or really been, nothing that's really impacted much so far, but just something to keep an eye on as we get later into this game.
Pitch is swung on and grounded to the third baseman, David Bend. And Roden Mabe is going to reach safely on an error.
Ben's having himself a rough night so far. Eagles were able to get a run, I guess Nixa.
Dave on with
Both of the
an
teams are the Eagles. We got the Joplin Eagles, the Nixa Eagles. Nixa was able.
Joplin's from Joplin.
Now batting the designated hitter,
Joplin Eagles.
I know, since the announcer made sure
Yeah.
to tell us.
One thing on
Joplin, Missouri, from Joplin in the Joplin Sports Complex in Joplin, Missouri.
one thing to keep on your mind is these players might not be. This might not be their regular positions. As we talked about before the stream, Joplin has 5 starters suspended this game. As you can probably see them all in the crowd right now. They all have their hats on. You can pick them out. First 4 rows. So I guarantee you these half
It's
these
definitely not
players.
5 people, though.
That ball swung on, lifted left field. That ball is going to drop. Beautiful hit by Garen.
And they're sending him as well.
Roden Mabe's rounding third. Ove stops at second. Here's the throw into home. Mabe gets down. He'll be safe, and Ove's going to go to third on a RBI double.
Wolf was
Beautiful
able to get some really nice contact and shot put it in between the left and center fielders there. He was able to kind of put it right up at the base of the warning track. Be able to bring in the runner, and then with a hesitant throw, a bit wild there off the cutoff man, so they were able to advance over to third on that.
Colin Ushery walks up to the plate. He had himself a beautiful hit in that Ozark game. It was a 1-0 game, bases loaded. Colin Ushery walks up. He gets a bases clearing triple. That put that game out of reach for the Tigers, and he got the player of the game from head coach Logan Hughes. He swings on that pitch, grounds it to Byler Reether. Reether throws it across the diamond, gets him out, but not without another run scoring from the Nixa Eagles, and that's 3-0 Nixa.
As long as the trip was, they've been able to make short order of what's been a really just
scoring from
keeping
third
up the
base.
offense from that last inning they played when they were able to
Now
plate
batting is
5
the
against
fielder,
Ozark in
number
that
7,
6th inning, and they're
Wyatt Benson.
not stopping here in the first 2 frames against Joplin.
Wyatt Vincent walks in. He flew out his first time up. First pitch to him is going to be a ball outside.
I was really kind of worried about our hitting today because there's no batter's eye, and right behind the pitcher is a white garage door. I'm like, that's got to be hard to see, but it must be just out of the line of the hitters there. Because I'm like, that could be deadly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like with the cars going by, though, it isn't super bad.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
that's
not
even
as
more
bad.
distracting. I don't know.
Either. It's surprising to see nothing, just be able to see through the, almost feel like we're at a hockey game looking through the clear glass, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
So it
there
looks
you
like
go.
out there.
3-1 count now. I feel like last year they had like a black
That's
scrim.
what I thought. Yeah, I feel like they used to have something.
I think they must take an option because I have a feeling they had like a black scrim in center
I was
field.
thinking they did too.
That's gonna be a strike 2, and whew, that's a close one. So 3-2 count now, 2 out.
Don't want to be too loud, Aiden. We are outside.
Vincent looks back to the dugout, shakes his head a little bit, and steps back into the box. So 3-2 count, 2 out. Here's the pitch from Isbell. Did he go? He did not. Ball 4. That's the same exact.
Oh, he did. He went.
He did go.
They announced it really, really late on that.
You can't
The
do that.
protest wasn't very much. He had already walked over, and then
Interesting.
fans very upset, and now they're all pointing at him,
You can't.
showing who exactly it was.
You can't do that. You cannot say that's a ball 4. Never mind. Strike 3. Go back to the dugout. You
Well,
can't do that.
Yeah, it was more of a tough situation. The catcher was trying to protest, as we were saying a couple games ago when we were playing in Logan Rogersville. The delay from the first base coach, that necessarily responsive, knowing, oh, it's me. He went. It looked. To me, it looked like he went, and I thought the home plate umpire would call that right away. He decided not to. And so that'll end the inning for the Eagles. But one thing, again, talking about, the third baseman made both errors in the first and second inning. Both of those runners were able to score, and that eventually played another runner. So the Eagles already here benefiting from the Eagles' mistakes.
And is the third baseman a freshman? I feel like they was starting a freshman, I think. Is what the Joplin crew was telling me pregame.
We have no
That
idea.
is his first start there at third base, so probably a little nervous.
Yeah, some growing pains here.
Yep.
So as we get ready to start the bottom of the second inning, we're going to step aside. 3-0 Nixa lead. Right back.
Number 22, Alex Isbell.
Alex Isbell, if we missed it the first time, we now know, is up to bat.
Now batting for the New York Yankees, number 2.
Swung on, fouled, right field. So 1-1 count.
Lance woke up from his bus nap,
There he goes.
so he's set.
Making himself an appearance here. Standing in the shade, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of jealous.
Might be a little bit before we get some shade on our left side here.
2-1 count. In there. What? Not in there. 3-1. I got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
3-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Ooh, look out.
It's a walk.
Isbell the first on a walk.
So runners on first. Now in walks Jackson Queen.
There's what we need right over there. See that umbrella thing?
There you go.
That's what we need.
Runner at first base, number 24, Cooper Williams. Now batting is the
You want to go make a pit stop at Walmart? Grab us one of those?
That's right, yeah.
Number 4, Jackson Queen.
We get a little plexiglass to kind of set up so the camera doesn't get hit.
Uh-huh.
See?
Jackson Queens walks in the box now. First pitch, him's low, ball 1.
What do you say, Aiden?
I was going to say, I never understood why people say that. What do you say? I mean, I know why they say it, but
1-2. 1-1. Not 1-2. So runner on first, 1-1 count, 0 out. Nixa leads 3-0. Ethan Taylor to Jackson Queen. Here's the pitch. Inside, strike 2.
Yeah, we're already here with the Eagle. Nixa up 3-0 over Joplin. Maybe a little bit tough to remember. It's the Red Eagles, the Blue Eagles, White Eagles, whatever you want to call them. But Ethan Taylor has been able to get himself a little bit of confidence boost, getting those extra runs here early for the insurance.
He's really not throwing that many pitches either.
Yeah, he's been pretty.
He's had a few either grounders or pop flies to.
Fouled.
Oh,
Out of
that's the
play.
umbrella. Oh,
Ooh. There it goes.
Right off the top of the
Bounces,
car.
and then bounces another tire. That one might have gone into the sewer system.
I'm kind of impressed on how the mic. I'm kind of impressed how the mic picked that up. The
Yeah.
sound of the car. That's so 1-2. Here's the pitch
Yeah,
from
he's got
Taylor.
it.
Curveball outside 2-2.
Kid's got himself a little bit of souvenir. I remember I went to a minor league baseball game in Tulsa between the Tulsa Drillers and the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, and we had to leave the game early, so we were walking out of the stadium, and we were just like, we just got out. We were kind of walking around the parking lot. It's kind of weird there because it's right next to the highway, so there's not really like a place to park as much as it just is, hey, park on the side of the road.
Yep.
So we're walking out of the stadium, and a foul ball comes flying back and lands about like 20 feet in front of me. And I don't know what my instincts were, but I just decided to run for it. My mom was like, don't! Because
Strikeout for Ethan Taylor. It's his first.
but I got it. And I had to dig underneath the car, though, because it hit the concrete and then kind of just stopped. But I got myself.
I thought you were going to be a Frogger situation where he's about to get hit by a bus or something.
In
around the highway.
Chicago, I almost got ran over by this really wild driver, but that's the only time I've had a near, like, my dad had to, like, yank me back.
Nice.
I was like 6, I think. It wasn't very enjoyable. I don't know why my family continues to go back to Chicago, but we do.
I went to Chicago last summer. It was a nice place.
We've always gone in
The Cubs are there, so it wasn't as nice.
I went during winter.
Always going.
Outside, strike one though. So 1-1 count, 1 out.
Did you get blown away in the winter?
No, it was like a full-on blizzard.
Oh,
We went to the Navy Pier.
yeah,
And
that's a cool place too.
It was, and that's when the Ferris wheel that's at Branson was still up
yeah.
there.
Oh, gotcha.
And they wouldn't let us go on it because it was too windy and too cold, and
You could see it blowing sideways,
it was not very fun there.
hanging over the pier.
That pitch is swung on ground to
Ooh.
Caden Cloud.
Ooh.
Caden Cloud throws it to third base. I don't know why. And that's going to be a 2-base error. So there'll be runners on second and third with 1 out. I just don't know the judgment on that by Caden Cloud.
Well, he felt like he had enough time to make a quality throw, but one of the things is when you've got the runner who's not sliding on that play because he doesn't expect the ball to be thrown, you've got to kind of throw it over his head because you don't want it to hit him and then cause more problems later. So he tried to put it over his head there. He was able to get it over the head,
he got it over.
but sailed it a little bit too far. If he had probably made a straightforward play down the side to where it might have been a pretty easy out there.
I mean, I understand. Is that pitch is
nice
right up
play.
the middle. Colin Usher dives for it. Needs to be saved at first.
Saved a run, though, and that's one of the big things there.
And if that, I don't understand because I'm talking about the play from Cloud. If you have 0 outs, I understand trying to go for him. But when you have 1 out, that makes it 2 outs, and the next play is easy out at first. But if you,
Well, that wasn't. I don't know.
Number 9, David.
Give him some signs. It might look like they might try to get a runner to steal second and then try to get him off because the runner at third's been having some pretty hefty leads so far.
so runners on first and third. Here's a pitch from Taylor. Ball, 1-0 count. So 1-0 count, 1 out. Runners on first and third. David Bend at the plate. He swings, lifts it high, foul territory. Here comes 3 Eagles, and none of them can come up with it.
That might have even been a good decision there because it felt like no matter what was going to happen there, the runner from third was going to try to score. And I don't think they tag him out there in that instance, especially when you're trying to dive for the ball. Catching it, being able to turn, and then throw the ball, roughly 125 feet or whatever. That would have been really tough and hard for you to ask for to get the out there.
So 1-2 count, 1 out. Curveball in there. Strike number 3 called. That's a backwards K for Ethan Taylor, his second strikeout of the day.
Yeah, he's had so far the pretty nice command. Joplin's been able to get a few contact hits here so far. This inning just trying to send him up.
Males.
Brady Mills up. He flew out his last time up.
Going back to the top of the lineup here. Second chance that Mail is going to have himself a chance to get up to the plate against Ethan Taylor. He's got tying runner at first base.
That ball's lifted, center field, then comes Vincent. Vincent makes the catch with ease. That'll retire the side, but not without a run passing. So it's a 3-1 ball game heading to the top of the third. Due up for Nixa. It's going to be Michelle, Cloud, and Edwards. 2, 3, 4 are there. Alan Michelle up to bat now. He reached on errors last time. He's first pitch swinging and first pitch lifting. Shallow infield. That's a caught by Caden Shoemaker.
Caden Shoemaker at second base for out number 1.
So out number 1, in walks Caden Cloud. He had a double his last time up. Trying to do something similar here.
Now batting for Nixa, the shortstop.
That double was played down the left field line, kind of similar to what we've seen so far from a lot of these Nixa hitters, being able to pull the ball towards their own way. It's not very much a pull hitter on the opposite side, but he's able to kind of push it towards himself.
First pitch is a strike, so 0-1 count.
See a lot of Nixa hitters just try to pull the ball the other way sometimes, or maybe just pull it on the inside. Kind of all depends on where the ball's placed. We've seen a lot of outside pitches.
That's swung on and lifted right up the, not lifted, grounded right up the middle. That's going to be a single for Caden Cloud, and he's 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a double.
Getting the easy part of the cycle out of the way. Hasn't been very much cycle watch so far in Major League Baseball, but Luis Arias, who was the American League batting champion last year, was able to hit the first Miami Marlins cycle in team history the other day. And he's batting .537 on the year. Do you think that's pretty good, Aiden?
It's pretty good. So check back to Caden Cloud. He'll get back safely. Jack Edwards up to bat. He hit a sac fly RBI and an RBI last time he was up.
Starting to get a little windy over here now.
Yeah.
I like the breeze, that's for sure.
It's helping out a little bit.
Ball low. Good block there by Queen. Cloud thought about going but held back. So Cloud on first. Edwards in the box. 1-0 count. 1 out. Isabel gets the sign. There's the pitch. Outside 2-0.
I think that seemed like it was more of an intentional outside pitch just to try to see what that runner at first base was going to do. If he had chosen to run there, that probably would have been a poor decision because it seemed like the catcher was ready to throw it anyways.
Inside 3-0 count now.
Sometimes those pickoff attempts can be more like bait necessarily when you're throwing a pitch out.
Here's the pitch. That's a 4-pitch walk for Jack Edwards. Now in walks Tanner Grant. He had a line out his last time up.
It was a strong lineup too.
As Josiah Jenkins comes in to run for Jack Edwards. Sorry, what were you saying?
It went right to Caden Schumacher to end that first inning, but it was really solid contact. And as we think about what this Eagles offense has been able to do with solid contact, they're able to put explosive parts of offense when they have everything clicking, but when they don't, it might be necessarily a struggle. If you don't think of the 5-run inning against Ozark, that game was pretty much a slugfest between the two teams in terms of what they could both produce on the mound. You don't necessarily think about that so far in a 3-run game, but when you're able to just try to put yourself out there for potential, kind of helps when you have guys that are able to have strong contact performances.
So 0-1 count, 1 out, runners on first and second. That ball hits them. So now the bases are going to be juiced for Reese Sternberger.
Grant hit by a pitch. Grant to first. Jenkins to second. Cloud to third.
This is when we need to test the wall theory. See if it's actually over the blue wall or if you have to actually hit a house
Hey,
to get a
yeah.
home run.
Yeah, make my first home run call confusing.
Yeah, I like it. Let's do that.
So bases are loaded, 1 out. Cloud at third, Jenkins at second, Grant at first. First pitch to him's inside, 1-0 count.
You got to have some like promotion out there where if you straightaway center field or something where if you hit a sign, somebody in the crowd gets something for free. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
Here's the pitch, swung on, grounded to third baseman. He gets the throw to home. He needs to step on the plate, get the out. So gets the lead runner. That's 2 outs. Reese Sternberger reaches on a fielder's choice.
Run going at home. Demberger to first.
Obviously, a good
Did you watch the
decision.
Cardinals game about that the other day when the bases were loaded? And Contreras was there at home, and they couldn't replay it because I think they took too much time. I never did go
Oh,
back.
yeah,
And,
I remember hearing about that, though.
yeah, I never did watch the recap or post-game show to see what the official word was, but it was close for sure.
So Bro Mabe at the plate, first pitch swinging, first pitch grounding to Caden Shoemaker. Shoemaker gets a play, and they get out of the base loaded jam with 0 runs. So Nixa puts a 0 on the board for the top of the 3rd inning. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd, they lead 3-1. Caden Shoemaker at the plate for the Joplin Eagles.
Caden Shoemaker.
That's what I said.
And I had to repeat it since I repeat it.
So 1-1 count.
Why is that? Why do they do that?
I think
someone does it.
Maybe he has like a button pre-recorded and he presses it with it. Inside, strike 2, 1-2 count.
I didn't know if there's some major league team that does that.
I know the New York Yankees, the guy who used to do it for like 60, 70 years would always do like, no batting for the New York Yankees. Number 2, Derek Jeter, number 2. But they would just repeat it like that. And then
number 2?
No, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I
which
don't
is
know.
kind of interesting. Why you wouldn't repeat the name, I guess.
Yeah.
But
That
But I
pitch
guess
is
when it's-
outside 2-2.
I guess when it's Derek Jeter, most people know both ways. But
Yeah.
but like
Who's
Oswaldo
Derek Jeter?
Cabrera.
Here's the pitch, swung on, grounder to Caden Cloud. He fields it cleanly. Here's the throw, in time, out number 1.
Nice little play there. Thought the ball was going to come in front of him, but then realized it was going to come to the left of him. Able to make the adjustment there and then fire a strong play to the first baseman.
Now in walks Byler Reether. He walked his last time up.
For the Eagles, the shortstop, number 6, Byler Reether. Number 6, Byler Reether.
I'm telling you, they must be pre-recorded or something. Here's a pitch from Taylor. Ball 1.
They got somebody doing it there because they kicked us out right away because they needed enough space in there for him. So.
Yeah, they've got a pretty big area in there.
Yeah.
Not big enough for us, though.
Nope.
Never understood having a press box, not having room for an away team.
It's right. We're at least centered up.
Yeah, it is at a really weird angle.
They got the softball field centered up over there.
That's what they were a little
Softball's on the left.
frustrated, it sounded like, by that. Whoever decided to do that.
Grounded, Caden Cloud hustling the ball. Here's the throw.
Ooh.
Not in time, safe. Cloud puts his hands on his head.
I don't know.
With an infield single.
That was kind of tough there.
I think the PA announcer's taunting Caden Cloud. He put a little extra oomph in the infield single call.
Fielder number 13,
So
Leighton Kofer.
Leighton Kofer comes up.
13, Leighton Kofer.
Once again, Leighton Kofer.
Kind of felt like a good old 1985 Royals Cardinals play. A lot of people don't want to be reminded about that. Some people do, though. Cardinals were rallying in game in the World Series, the I-85, the I-60.
Curveball in there, 0-1 count. Run out.
Royals were able to win that one, but then a few years later, the Cardinals were able to pull it off themselves. And the Royals weren't able to win one after that until 2015. So I guess all in all, everyone came ahead a winner. The Royals just had to wait a little bit longer.
1-1 count, 1 out, runner at first. Here's a pitch from Taylor. Swung on, fouled back. What? I muted you because you took your headset off.
I can mute myself, though. I've got the cool headset.
No, you can't.
Look.
Yeah, yeah. Don't, but that also makes noise, and it's
In your ear.
unprofessional. So 1-2 count, 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Inside, really inside.
To be fair, this
2-2.
broadcast is pretty unprofessional.
Wow. All right.
Speaking of unprofessional, we've
Jordan
got the
Burns is right here.
JV All-Star announcing crew tomorrow night. Who are we playing?
There you go.
Who are we playing tomorrow? Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
We got the JV All-Star crew. It's Coach Blansett and Coach Middleton tomorrow on the call.
Somehow conveniently get all the big games.
Yeah, that's right. Don't worry, you're going to Columbia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get to stay the night. That'll be a fun time.
Are you not going?
Yeah, he's going.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Interesting thing here. We got a Joplin player just kind of walking around underneath our
Are we
booth
getting our
here.
own room?
I don't know that. Probably not.
So runners at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted. Left field. Drops in left field. Here comes the runners. Ronald Michelle throws it into Caden Cloud. Caden Cloud gets it, throws it to third base. That's going to be a run for Joplin. Now it's a one-run game. And Leighton Kofer gets a double. And now that infield single that was called safe just got a lot bigger of a deal.
Do the little celebration of there. One thing, though, is I was just about to say, Aiden, you better not snore when we share that room in Columbia. Looked like that left fielder, Ryan Michelle, was a bit snoozing himself out there. Didn't really get the greatest jump on that ball. Might have been able to cut it off. Not necessarily preserve the run necessarily. It probably wouldn't have mattered all that much. We were talking about getting the ball as fast as you can there. Would have probably helped instead of having Wyatt Vincent have to kind of run over, and even though he wasn't the one that fielded it, just try to create more pace against this Joplin team.
Pace. What's that stand for? He doesn't know.
Pressured, applied, creates,
Causes.
causes errors.
Yeah.
Pressured applied causes errors.
Yeah.
I bought a t-shirt the other day with that on it.
How much was that? How much you paid for that?
$10 at the Ozark Nixa game. They do some fundraisers every now and then. Hats for $20, hoodies for $15, I believe. And you can get most of your Nixa baseball gear or just Nixa Eagles gear at the local price cutter as well.
So 1-2 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Hits the post.
Now, what are the odds of hitting a post?
I don't know.
There's 10 of them, but you got a lot of net before you get to the really thin posts.
So 1-2 count, 1 out. 3-2 ball game. Runner on second. Here's the pitch. Outside 2-2. Now that I think about it, that celebration when they scored a run, I think it was kind of mocking the Knicks' Hound celebration when they score. So.
Is it the Hound celebration? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, Hound.
How did they come up with that? Do you know that?
It's a saying. And strike 3 looking. That's going to be Ethan Taylor's 3rd strikeout of the game. Hound. And
one of those hounds looking.
And walks Jackson Queen.
That's good.
Now batting for the Eagles, the catcher, number 4, Jackson Queen.
He struck out his last time up.
Number 4, Jackson Queen.
You know, if you say it again, it really creates the emphasis.
Yeah,
of the situation.
So if someone asks who's batting, I'm going to get really upset.
Hey,
Outside
who's
ball.
batting?
Huh?
Who's batting?
Know my privileges for 2 minutes.
Ooh, he went to the penalty box.
That's a minor penalty.
Yeah.
Inside strike 1. 1-1 count, 2 out.
That was actually a really good one. You'd come back. I'll give you that. I'm not close enough to push the button.
Nope. 1-1 count, 2 out. Runner on second. I wish you had that button. I think you wish you had that button for all Nixa Live class every day.
Yes, I do.
1-1 count inside, 2-1.
Yeah, you guys are a little wild in class.
Hey, I walked in today and I told everyone to clean up that catch before you got in there, and it didn't happen.
That was today.
I know, that's what I said.
Oh.
I walked in there, I told everyone to do it, and then it didn't happen. So that ball swung on, drove right up the middle of the field. Rounding third is Kofor. He's going to score, and that's going to be a tie ball game. 3-3.
Jackson Queen with an RBI.
And now this game just got a lot closer. Well, actually, it was close, but now it just got really,
Tied.
really close.
Yeah. One of the things
As
also
close as you can be.
as close as you can be. That is right. We got some.
Number 35,
Looks like we got Rylan Evans kind of warming up there in the bullpen still. He seems like the first guy that you send out there to kind of not necessarily just warm up or throw any tosses, but just kind of a stretch. Not necessarily doing a whole lot so far. Obviously not what you want to see here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but as we talk about, he was able to get some really weak contact in the first couple innings, but this inning's been kind of tough.
There's the pitch, 0-1 now. And Brock Waghorn is at the plate. He reached on error his last time.
Boarding at first base as a courtesy runner.
And someone's a runner at first base. I wish he repeated that one. Didn't want to though. So 1-1 count, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted. Usford gets under it and gets a 3rd out of the inning. But Joplin scores 2 and ties it up 3-3. Heading to the top of the 4th. Tie ball game, folks. In walks Garrick Oaf. He had a big hit, a RBI double his last time up.
Now batting for the Nixa Eagles.
Trying to do something similar.
Oh,
Yeah, Oaf was able to get to third on that play after he was able to get on with the double. Trying to extend some base runners, give the Eagles even more chances here.
First pitch swinging and first pitch ground into the third baseman David.
Ooh.
And
He wasn't on
to
the
be
bag.
another error and to be safe as he falls off the bag. That's his third error of the game.
Really
And
sharp,
really
sharp play there.
Really good pick though. That was really impressive. Just the throw.
He had a little more time than he realized, though. He
Yeah.
could have got up, set his feet a little better, and then whipped it over there.
Step and throw.
But it's one of those things, like in high school, you don't get to scout nearly as much, and you don't know just how fast that guy is necessarily out of the box.
Yeah.
So Colin Ussery up as Oaf reached on error. So Colin Ussery, he hit an RBI ground at his last time up.
How many errors do Joplin have in this game, Aiden?
3, all by the same person.
There you go. Ooh, and the
Check
ball
back
went
to
over
Oaf,
him.
and that's another error. And Oaf, now they have 4.
And he's going to
He's going to third. Here's a throw in.
comes
He needs to be safe. 2 stolen bases on the same play. And now runners on third, 0 outs, 1-0 count. Colin Ussery at the plate.
You just got an email from the University of Harvard. You can still apply.
Yes.
Just saying.
Yeah.
They're already calling me.
Yeah, they called you and said, nope. No thanks.
High ball, 2-0.
See, I'm trying to, before I'm on the mic here, I'm trying to figure out how to do like one of those, like the count from Sesame Street. Trying to put an impression in my head, but it's not going to go so well.
Swung on, 2-1.
So speaking of Harvard, a lot of our like setup that we have for home games comes from Harvard, believe it or not. They have the same basic setup that we do. I went to a virtual conference over COVID and got to do a virtual tour of Harvard, and saw all the NDI stuff that they did. I'm like, if Harvard can do it, Nixa High School can do it.
Yep. It's not
We're
rocket
just as
science.
smart, right?
It's not rocket science. We're blue ribbon. That's got to be worth something.
Yeah, that's right.
3-2 count.
Second blue ribbon reference of the year.
So we are literally right underneath Harvard in
Yeah.
Nixa.
Yeah.
We are the Harvard of Missouri.
There you go. The Harvard of Missouri high schools.
3-2 count. Runners on third. Here's the pitch from Isbell. He reached on that, wants to be a strikeout, and that's just something you can't do.
Just got him to chase there down and away. So, Kickapoo.
There we go.
Kickapoo. And now we're hearing Kickahoo? I don't know. I don't know, now the PA announcer's having himself a little bit of a struggle fest, it
Yeah,
seems
he
like.
is.
In walks Wyatt
At least he
Vincent.
didn't repeat it.
Grounded it right through the shortstop at third baseman, and that's an RBI single for Wyatt Vincent. I'm about to say, his last time up, controversial strikeout, and he responds, first pitch swinging and the first pitch RBI single.
Probably one of the more aggressive players in this lineup.
Sounds like they need to start calling us K-Poo all the time.
now batting for the
Yeah, there you go.
Riley Michelle.
Rylan Michelle from the Chiefs.
Oh, and the ball went over him, but it won't go that far. Looks like it went off his glove and on Wyatt Vincent's back on the slide, so seems okay. It was kind of deflected off the glove first, so not that fast, but it also didn't let the ball travel as far.
Riley Michelle 0 for 2 on the day. Reached on error, a fly out. Outside, ball 1.
Just like that, the Eagles of Nixa are able to respond here. Get that run back at least.
So 1-0 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch, swung on, lifted
That's over the lights.
really high and really out of play. Wow. All the way in the softball field.
It was almost a home run at the softball field.
Just foul in the zone.
Almost.
There you go. I feel like that counts. That's got to count for double points if you
That's
can
right. Get it.
hit it behind you and then curve it and then over the.
1-1 count. Curveball's in there. 1-2.
Nice pitch there. You kind of comparison shopping between Ethan Taylor's tempo, as it seems like Nixa's got 2 people warmed up in the bullpen there. And then this pitcher for Joplin. Isabel. Isabel's a bit slower.
That swung on, lifted. 4. Out of play again. Duck and cover. Out of play. Oh.
It's like a little kid playing catch is able to get onto it. Get himself another ball in case the other one goes haywire somewhere.
1-2 count, 1 out.
If this was Nixa, we could have returned that to the concession stand and got a free bubble gum.
There you go.
Should we take that ball down there and see if we can get bubble gum?
Yeah.
Split it.
Runner goes.
Ooh. He doesn't know where it's
He
at.
doesn't know where the ball's at. Yadier Molina just taking to the chest plate kind of action.
Yadier Molina?
Yeah, I remember that. Do you remember that?
I remember that. Stuck to his chest plate. And he
I
was,
remember
he was
one
running
time
around.
it got stuck in his mask. I remember something like that
Yeah,
happening.
I remember that too.
2-2 count, 1 out.
Many games as he played, he probably had all sorts of crazy things happen to him.
Yep.
I remember when he was in Springfield for rehabbing when he took a foul ball to where no man wants to take a foul ball. That's swung on, lifted, left field. That ball's going to drop.
That one's
Vincent
gonna
rounding
hop
third.
over
That's
the
going to be a
wall.
ground rule double. So Vincent will go home, and Michelle will be forced to stop at second. That's an RBI ground rule double for Ronald Michelle.
Double and an RBI.
Able to put
Did you
that.
see his celebration there?
Swing.
No. Swing. Looked like he hit a hole in one.
There you go.
I wasn't watching, but usually doubles are the karate.
No. It was a golf swing and
Yeah.
So now walks Caden Cloud. He's a double and single on the day.
It's like they're going to make some type of switch here early.
well, he's arguing whether he should have went home or not.
Well, Vincent was at second, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was at second.
That is how it works.
Yep.
That is baseball rules.
I think that's what that coach was just making sure.
I think high school baseball coaches should know that. It's pretty baseball common sense. So, 1 out.
I think that coach realized that the umpire made a late call last time. He might try to make another late one.
Well, late
Hey, you know,
call-
I thought Wyatt
the
was
late
at
call
first
was
base,
for
right?
him.
You have to remember when we were at Rogersville, Coach Hughes got told no on the sack or infield fly rule. That
But it
everyone
ended up
had to
being
go
right.
back, and he was
Yeah.
right. So I just remember the umpire going no, and Hughes going yes.
1-0. Count.
And it was a
1
yes.
out. Ronald Michelle at second. Caden Cloud at the plate. He's having himself a day.
You guys were in the cozy press box when that was happening.
Cozy. I don't think cozy is the word I would use to describe it.
It was
I would
cozy.
use fearing for my safety. 1-1 count. 1 out. Michelle at second. Caden Cloud to bat. Isabel's still in there. He has 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Beautiful curveballs in there. Wait, what?
It was.
It was.
But it was a 1-2 count, so shouldn't that be
It
strike
was a
3?
1-1.
It was 1-1.
No.
The guy's just fast on it. He's ready.
No,
He's
it,
ready
was,
to
it,
go.
was, it had 1-2 on the scoreboard the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Not on
1-2
my
count,
scoreboard, it didn't.
1 out.
That's the
real
only scoreboard
scoreboard.
that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't see that
Probably
scoreboard.
halfway right.
That's
Strike
a
3
strikeout.
looking on the outside corner. And now walks Jack Edwards with 2 outs and runner on second.
Hayden just really wanted the strikeout there.
No,
He
I
was
didn't.
calling it
I was just
before
really,
it happened.
No, I was really confused. I did not want Caden Cloud to strike out. I just wanted.
Can't wait till he finds you in the hallway tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Good luck finding me. I'm gonna have to talk to
Can't be that hard, can it?
Wyatt.
Just come to my room. He's in there at least 3 to 4 hours of the day.
No, I'm not. I'm where I'm supposed to be doing my
Well, you
classwork.
start the day there.
No, I don't.
Uh-huh.
Not anymore. I get to school
First hour?
I get to school at 7:29.
Okay.
Oh, snap. That's the
Well, he used to be in my
argument
room.
ender right there.
There were some days he was in there before I was.
Yeah, you were supposed to be there at 7. Instead, you showed up at 7:15.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That's what happens
That
when
didn't
you have a
happen.
kid.
That didn't happen, Dr. Kelly. That did not
That's what
happen.
happens when you have a kid.
1-1
Gotta go
count,
take
2
him
out.
to the babysitter. That
Like-
doesn't open till 7.
Looking like if he gets a chance, he's going to try to pull it down the third base side.
Leave him on the porch and leave.
That's right.
Let him fend for himself.
He probably could. He's a little feisty thing.
How long has Blanchett been staying there? I didn't know he was in there.
He woke up from his nap, I think bottom of the second inning.
Yeah.
2-1 count, 2 out.
Just fouled that one off. You know, Major League Baseball is testing to see whether or not their bat boys are efficient or not.
Did you see the Yankees bat boy? That the broadcasters bullied him into like tucking his hair in his helmet. He had like really long hair, and like
Well, you know, you're not supposed to have any facial hair or anything.
And they're like,
when you're with the Yankees.
That rule should apply to him. So he started tucking his hair in his helmet after he saw the broadcast. It's like,
so what's wrong with the bat boy or the bat boys?
Well, they're too slow, Major League Baseball thinks, and so because the sport is now faster, they're grading them on how efficient they can get the gloves, how efficient they can get the bats out, how can they do these things, how can they get a foul ball, how fast they can get to the umpire.
Speaking of naps, that's one thing I do miss about baseball. You used to be able to like start the first couple innings, take a nap, and then wake up and it's still the 8th or 9th. Now you miss the game.
3-2 count, 2 out. Here's the pitch, swung on, grounded right past third baseman. Ronald Michelle's rounding third. Edwards will round first, but stay. Throw is not in time. Michelle will reach safely. That'll be a third run of this top of the 4th inning for the Nixa Eagles offense.
Eagles putting up a crooked number so far. 1 run in the first, 2 runs in the second, no runs in the third, but 3 runs in the 4th inning.
Should have had runs in the third.
Should have had runs in the third.
Bases loaded, didn't get anybody home,
They had bases loaded with 1 out and weren't able to do anything with it.
But I'm also pretty sure that was the inning where the controversial strikeout call happened, I believe. Maybe.
That ended the 2nd inning.
Oh. Are you sure about that?
I believe so, because it was
Can we fact check that?
Yes.
Rewind.
There we
go.
Do we have a comment section on this count? Can people
Some streams do, some streams don't. That pitch is swung on, grounded to the shortstop by the Reather. He gets it there, and that'll be the 3rd out, but not without Nixa scoring 3 runs and an answer of Joplin's 2. So heading to the bottom of the 4th, 6-3's the score. Nixa Eagles lead. We'll be right back.
Number 19, Braxton Goff.
Braxton
There it is.
Goff. His first pitch to be a strike. First pitch to him is to be a strike, so 0-1 count. 0-2 count now. Ethan Taylor still on the mound for the Eagles. Here's the pitch. Strike number 3, strikeout number 4, and that's a way to start the inning for Ethan Taylor.
Now batting the third baseman, number 9, David Ben. Number 9, David Ben.
David, I know when to do it now. I know when to cue it. David Ben's up now. First pitch swinging.
Oh, that's ours.
Oh. I'm not getting that. Short.
Not quite. Dang it. Kids got it, though.
I was open.
We were ready.
And it was on the good side, too. Blancett would have had to defend that
I
one
was
over
waiting
on our
for it
left.
at the corner.
In the corner. Right.
There was a...
count.
We haven't had very many big natural causes here. We had that one game where
natural causes.
Well, at Logan Rogersville, the wind was it blew so fast, all of our camera equipment fell over during the middle of the inning. So
Ethan Taylor, the second strikeout of the inning and 5th strikeout of the game, and he's on a roll.
can only imagine what would have happened if a ball rolled on our table. That probably wouldn't. You've got the Dr. Pepper laying there. We got a Dasani. A few other old stuff to kind of protect it, but chaos would have reigned, I believe.
Here's the pitch, curveball in there, 0-1 count, 2 outs. Brady
Stream
Mails.
would have been ended.
Brady
There
Mails.
you go.
Oh, there we go. There's the ball.
Is
that
at the
ended.
plate. Ooh, swings on it and drives it out of here. Foul ball. Almost hit a car. The car thought it was safe. Parking
Rolling
over by
down the
football
hill a little
field.
bit. It's keeping on rolling. Just rolling down that hill there, in between the softball field and the JV football field.
Check swing, and I believe if that would have been a strike, that would have been an immaculate inning for Ethan Taylor. But it was not. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted. Foul territory, left field. Here comes Mabe, Michelle, and Cloud, and Michelle will come up with it. And that'll be a 3rd out. A quick 3 out. 3 up, 3 down. A 0's put on the board at the bottom of the 4th inning. Head to the top of the 5th. Nixa Eagles lead the Joplin Eagles 6-3. Reese Sternberger at the plate.
That's going to be really funny, Gaten, is when the broadcast starts and it's a first pitch home run and you miss the first 3 seconds of your home run call because you don't start this, you don't take the loop off.
The first pitch, I actually got it by the first pitch.
Barely.
He was stepping in the box. 1-2 count.
It better be real impressive. He has yet to have one. Blanton said it better be one impressive home run call.
It will be. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted high, deep left field. Not going to be far enough. Center
Ooh,
field
but he
will go
dropped
back
it. He
and
dropped
drops
it.
Reese Sternberger going to second, and he'll get there with a stand-up double. I'm going to rule that a double. That was a really hard play for the fielder. So Leighton Kofer could not get there. That's going to be a double for Reese Sternberger.
Yeah, you're looking in the sun there. You got the wind kind of all over the place.
And that was really far to reach. So
Yep. Long run. Yep.
Now back to third baseman, number 12.
He's able to get there in time, just not quite able to finish the play off there.
what we need to do, we need to put like the ESPN sound on the soundboard so when something happens, we play it.
Sports Center, not top 10.
Oh, there you go. We can put that one on there.
Broden Mabe, first pitch to him is going to be a ball. 1-0 count.
We should have our own
Reese
segment.
Sternberger at second.
The Aiden Hopkins, not top 10.
I would love
10,
to.
not top 10.
I would love to
plays.
host that. That would be a great show to host.
No, not host. You are the show. We played 10 of your clips.
Wow. 2-0 count. This is what I have to go through, guys.
And see, that's
So-
why the scoreboard's not updated, because I'm talking over here.
Yeah. Something you do way too much of.
I
2-0
know it.
count. Here's the pitch outside, 3-0.
That's right.
3-0 count.
If he
Maybe
gets
at
the
the
green
plate.
light here.
Sternberger at second. And 4-pitch walk to Broda May. That's going to be Isbell's third walk of the game. Yes. 2 on balls and 1 on a hit by pitch.
Number 15, Gary Oak.
Slow power. Let's see if he can kind of do the same thing he did in that first inning by getting himself on base with a double.
Here comes Elf. Yeah, like you said, double in the first inning. And then reached on, first at bat, and reached on error his last time up. Broda May. What just happened? A walk.
Yes. 4-pitch walk. Looks like he's going to get him a new ball there.
See some
Trying to see if it's scuffed up or not.
some sort of movement in the Joplin bullpen now. And now they're talking it over. 0-1 count right now.
He's working with some high intensity too, so kind of thinking if he gives up here a 7th run of the game, they're probably taking him out. Looks like it's number.
It's really picked up.
Looks like it's number 23 for Joplin.
Is that Michael Jordan?
Take a look for yourself. 23 is going to be... Oh, not even going to try that one. Coulter Schwartling.
That one's fouled off. The PA guy will make sure to help you out on that one here when he comes into the game.
Cutler Schwartling. I think... Schwarting. Cutler Schwarting. That's my final answer.
That's your final answer? We'll find out.
Who is...
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Who is Cutler Schwarling?
I'm going to go with you all, the weakest link.
Deal or no deal?
Runners on second and first. Here's the pitch. Low, 1-2. And as we've talked about throughout the season, Garrigo's plate discipline is one of the best I've seen out of a high school kid. He is really, really good in that box about holding back on close pitches. Really good at drawing walk from down and count. And you might see that here as he was down 0-2. It's a 1-2 count here. So 0 out. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch from Isbell.
Ooh.
Fouled back. Kind of like a glitch swing.
Kind of like a check swing, but it was a bit high, so he kind of had to take his bat back, but it kind of just hit that front, right in front of the gloves there.
Whose mask did it hit? Was the umpire or catcher?
No
Hit
idea.
Someone.
Looks like he's adjusting his mask a little bit, so probably hit a little bit of that.
Here's the pitch.
Ooh.
Way outside. Runner's going to advance off that. So runners are at second and third. 0 outs.
It's an example of a
2-2
curveball
count.
that just doesn't curve there.
Mm-hmm.
Just curved on the opposite side. He wasn't able to get that release point set right away.
He's
So
trying to
is that considered a fastball then if it's a curveball that doesn't curve?
well, it'll just be a curveball that didn't do its job. So 2-2.
People,
Here's the pitch. Swung on. Lifted foul. So he can get out of play.
some people
Will
just
not.
now showing up, getting into their seats. He's got a,
I thought the game started at 6.
looks like he's got a fedora. They're
So-
getting themselves situation on the Joplin side.
Runners on second and third. Oaf looks at Isbell. Trying to get a hit here. Here's the pitch. Outside 3-2. So it's 3-2 count. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. Colin Ussery on deck. Here's the pitch. Swung on, lifted. And that will be a
Ooh, he
not caught. And Wyatt Vince is going to score.
And the throw in is also wild. So he's able to get to second on the
Oaf
play
gets
as
to
well.
second. And I forgot. Vincent did not score. Sternberger scored, I believe. And then Mabe is at third. Confusing all around. And now Ushery comes up with a runner on second and third.
Mabe scoring for second.
Just a tough play there as the third baseman. You're trying to hold the runner at third. Probably would have been able to get him to hold as the left fielder, but just didn't come up with the ball cleanly, or it dipped right before he expected it to. Either way, he gets it behind him.
The ball swung on, lifted, left field foul territory, and it will not be caught. Rylan Evans was hustling to get that one, just couldn't get there in time. So,
you know, in the Savannah Bananas ball, if a spectator catches the ball, it's an out. So they always tell the banana fans playing banana ball, don't catch the ball for them, but any of the other teams, you better catch the foul ball.
So 0-1 count, 0 out. Runners on second and third. That gets past the catcher, and here comes Mabe, and he scores. So it's 8-3 now. That advances Oaf to third. And Colin Ussery still at the plate. 1-1 count, 0 out. Oaf at third base.
And now they got somebody coming out here.
Joplin's
Not
coach.
signaling yet.
Maybe it's not the coach.
Pitching coach.
Ice cream man. There we go.
Well, here we go. They might be
Now
bringing
I'm
him in.
distracted.
Does he have my Chick-fil-A?
Not yet.
It's later.
That's later.
It's just a little talk here. So I don't know what Hughes said to the team before the top of the fourth inning, but whatever he said worked. They scored 3 combined in the first, second inning, put a goose egg up on third, and then scored 5 and counting between the fourth and fifth inning. So
that umpire's ready to go. Claps his hand, says, "Hey, get off the mound, pitching coach." He's ready to go. Did you know what jingle I was?
I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't
to be
paying
honest.
attention there. Well, it wasn't the Jeopardy jingle.
Family Feud.
It was not the Family
I
Feud
don't know, I
jingle
wasn't
either.
paying attention. I like Family Feud. It's my favorite game show of all time.
You guys can't hear this, but the ice cream truck here has an awesome jingle. It's like we're at the circus.
Swung on and grounded. And that throw by David Bend will be in time. That's his first successful play, and it was a pretty good one.
You know, I got $1 in my pocket.
Only difference between that play and the one before that was he got his feet set and he fired over. He took that extra second to get over there and got the out.
About time he said something good. So great color analyzing
Finally
from.
said something good as that you
Yeah.
said. Thanks.
I was distracted on the play. I was
Seems
looking
like-
over the ice cream truck, and I look over, and he's on the ground throwing the ball. So Vincent's in the plate now,
Imagine being the head guy and being distracted.
top of the order. You were
And then
also
and
shoving
then-
your dollar in my face at the same time, so
Well, you
I had a
know,
lot going on. 1-0 count, 1 out. Runners on third. 8-3 score.
Oh yeah.
I can faintly
in the mirror.
I can faintly hear it in my headset.
Yep.
It's a strike, 1-1. Maybe the ice cream can distract the Joplin fans from what's happening on the field right now.
a few of them kind of looks like there's a parked car. Someone just parked their car over there, opened their door, and they're getting ready.
Ooh, that caught the umpire right where you don't want to get hit. I saw that one, got right past. He's taking a couple laps, taking a second.
Yeah, that's a good question. Blanton said, "Is it really anywhere you want to get hit?"
That's the last place I would want to get hit.
Yeah, probably the last place.
And he's taking a second at himself. Hughes going to go over and talk to him. Both coaches are.
All right, while we're waiting here, first off, this ice cream machine or ice cream truck, do you hear it? It's got like a really like circusy jingle, but then it's got like this bass like dun, 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 like a rock concert going on along with it.
Yeah, there's lights.
Yeah, there are lights. Thank you.
Yeah,
Let me see.
it's a blue truck. It's got a little. It looks like the icy mascot.
Yeah,
over
there we go. Thank you, cameraman Aiden. There it is.
Now we got the ice cream cam.
Hey, will you order me an ice cream sandwich, please, while you're over there? Thank you, Aiden.
Now it looks like both the umpires are gonna talk here.
Coach for Joplin just asked if that was foul tipped. And that, I guarantee you, the umpire behind home plate, the guy behind home plate has no idea because he just got hit.
Swing the bat. It was just a missed catch.
Yep.
All right, I'm back doing my cam work. that reminds you anything like football season, every good field cam replay, that was all me.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I was directing most games, but
And
I made the band look really good in halftime. And that's
Ooh,
a
and
hit
that
by
hits him.
Vincent. So that's, and Vincent did not like that one. He tossed the bat. So 2 straight pitches, 2 hit people, not 2 hit batters, just 2 hit people. And Vincent will hustle to first base.
The first on a
So runners on the corners, 1 out. In walks Rylan Michelle.
that
Rylan
looks like
Michelle
that's going to be his day as well.
had a ground rule doubles last
They're
time
going to
up.
bring in a new pitcher here.
And as they have a new pitcher, we're
You're
going to
not
step
to the restroom.
aside,
You're
take
going
a
over there in
break.
the ice cream.
Right back. And we're back. Rylan Michelle walks in with a new pitcher, and I missed the pitcher's name. It's 0-1 count, 1 out,
What is number
23.
23?
Give me a second.
The name that you had a hard time
Oh,
pronouncing about 5-6 minutes ago.
Cutler Schwarting.
Your final
The runner
answer, I
goes.
don't know.
Cutler Schwarting. Runner goes. He's going to reach safely. So runners on second and third, 1 out, 0-2 count. Rylan Michelle at the plate.
Now we're repeating things. Runner goes, runner goes. Oh, boy.
Everybody's going.
To
But
the
the
ice cream
Kona,
truck.
but the Kona ice cream is still here. Is that snow cones?
Yeah, it's snow cones. You put the flavor in.
Snow cones ain't bad.
Buzzkill. Strike 3 swinging, but it drops, so you have to throw it down, and he will. Oaf kind of taunts Waghorn, but doesn't go. So 2 outs, and in walks Caden Cloud. Caden Cloud has a double, single, and a strikeout on the day, 2 for 3.
All-star bat boy manager Nate comes running out. He's ready for the new rules. Getting that one in ASAP.
Cummings is a blessing in this community. I love Nate Cummings. Who doesn't? Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch, swung on, lifted. It'll be caught by the left fielder,
Snow coned that one off the top of his glove. He was able to hold on to it though.
Aiden Kerr. So
We got snow cones out the field and we got snow cones in left field.
Nixa
Look
gets
at
2
that.
across the top of the 5th inning, heading to the bottom of the 5th. Nixa leads 8-3.
Welcome back here. He's getting himself ready.
Back. Shoemaker's up.
The Eagles of Nixa up 8-3 over the Eagles of Joplin. So far, it's been a pretty smooth sailing game. We kind of had a little bit of a close one. Seems like all the games we've had here so far, besides a few of them, have been really close games until Nixa has been able to pull away in the middle to late innings. Obviously, here in the bottom of the fifth, Joplin only has 9 outs to work with to get 5 runs. And that almost seems like a daunting task here, as they haven't been able to get much of offense here in that last 2 innings, as it was a 10-pitch inning for Ethan Taylor in that 4th inning. So the Eagles are just trying to do a little bit more damage against the Red Eagles here.
Here's the pitch, strike 3, and strikeout number 6 for Ethan Taylor. And after, I mean, he has 3 runs on the board, but he's had a pretty good day. He has 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 3 runs, and 4 1/3 inning pitched right now. Here's the pitch.
Is the ice cream truck right behind us now? What else is chiming around here?
I don't think so.
You can hear it pretty clearly. I don't know.
Swung on, grounded right past Cloud and Maeve. That's going to be a single for Byler Reether. His 2nd of the day.
Looks like Joplin's got another pitcher here warming up. Looks to be number 7 is their pitcher of the last inning is on deck. So they made a few changes to the lineup card.
Leighton Kofer comes to the plate now. Runner at first. Down 5, trying to get something going here. As that swung on and fouled. Hits the light pole.
We've got into the bullpen there. Now we've got a ball standing there, and they got to wait around. Might have actually hit off that box beside the light pole and then landed in the area of the walkway where they walk to the bullpen.
Strike 1, 0-1 count. Strike 2, 0-2 count.
There you go.
Taylor's slowing her down. Here's the pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike number 3, out number 2. That's another strikeout for Ethan Taylor. It's a strikeout number 7.
He's been able to really put the ball in places where the Joplin hitters haven't been able to get it much of the night. There have been some kind of instances where a ball's been able to get in the outfield or get on an infield single or just other type of things like that. But beyond those types of plays, Joplin has really been able to be contained here. Ethan Taylor is doing a good job at that so far.
Cutler Shorting comes in to pinch hit for Alex Isbell, the pitcher. Pitcher for pitcher pinch hit, something that you rarely ever see. It's a 0-1 count.
And you'll never see it in the major leagues again unless Ohtani is pitching on the mound as the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
Runner goes. Here's a throw down from Jack Edwards. Not timed.
Hits off of him. It's like it hit off his
top of his helmet. The beak of his helmet, I should say. I don't know what to call that.
Second with a stolen base.
So we got a few Eagles players kind of running around here.
Stolen base. 1-1 count, 2 out.
Bringing in some concessions. You know, back in the day, way back in the day, they used to let players eat in the dugout. Babe Ruth would eat quite a lot of hot dogs back then.
Yeah, you could tell.
That one hits him.
1-1 count, pitches, hits him. So runners on first and second, 2 outs.
And while one swing can't get Joplin back into one swing can't tie the game up here for Joplin, it can get them back into the game. Wouldn't necessarily need to be a home run here. If you're able to get a 2-run double or something down the line in both corners, if you're trying to score that runner from first, you'd like it to be a play down the right field line. Haven't really seen much action for the right fielder, Reese Sternberger, in this game.
Jackson Queen of the plate, runners at first and second, 2 outs. First pitch to him is going to be
it was down and away for a ball.
Ball. Scoreboard person's not really helping me out here. Here's the pitch.
And that one hits off the ground, hits off the catcher, and now hits off the mask,
Edwards
and they're
looking
going to
for the
score a
ball.
run.
And here's the runner. Throw from Edwards, not going to be in time. That's going to be another run for Joplin because Edwards just could not find the ball.
That one took 3 or 4 really weird bounces. It was a ball that was spiked down, so he's trying to get back up on it. Then it hits off of either his shoulder or his mask or whatever, and then instead of it just bouncing kind of just regular down straight, it popped up in the air. So it hit off of the, not necessarily the backstop, but the net on top. And Jack Edwards is getting a little bit wild here. You got 2 guys warming up in the bullpen. It's like
Evan and Tango, I believe. Ron Evans and Brayton Tangora.
trying to give both of them a chance. That one was inside for a strike.
3-1 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Taylor, runner on third. Swung on, grounded to Caden Cloud. Caden Cloud fields it cleanly. Here's a throw in time. Out number 3 retires the side, but a run crosses on an error. 8-4 is the score. Heading to the top of the 6th inning. Nixa Eagles lead. We'll be right back. We're back. Jack Edwards at the plate. First pitch to him is going to be outside. Ball 1, 1-0 count. Top of the 6th inning. Nixa leads 8-4. They drove 2 across in the 5th inning, 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 1st. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. So 1-2 count. I didn't take stats like all that last inning, so the order goes around. It's messed up. But Jack Edwards, he has a RBI single, and he has 2 RBIs on the day. He has an RBI single and a sac fly. Scored another, so that brings his total RBIs to 13 on the season. Leads the team now. Here's the pitch. Swung on, strike number 3. That's the first strikeout for Kyler.
Gets it on that outside.
Okay.
Gets it on the outside there, getting able to swing on that outside pitch. Sometimes it seems like Taylor's had a lot of he's had a lot of success against the outside pitch. Both pitchers have so far, getting some swings and misses on that side. Hitter trying to swing at it, isn't able to get there.
Ball swung on, ground to the shortstop. Shortstop with a throw in time, and he gets Tanner Grant. That was Byler Reether.
To Brock Waghorn for out number 2.
Having ourselves a pretty good game so far. Top of the 6th inning. Nixa up 8-4. But one of the things I like to think about here, though, is just as we've mentioned before, Nixa hasn't really had a whole lot of adversity, multi-inning layered games where it's constantly, who knows what's going to happen. You're one pitch away from taking the lead, one pitch away from trailing. But obviously here, whenever you've got a 4-run lead, you're not necessarily thinking about that. But Eagles have been able to get the adversity throughout the season away from them. They've been able to kind of chase it, get themselves in situations where they like to get the contact, and they've been able to get it so far here. Even when this game was 3-3, they were able to score and put up a 5-1 run advantage in the last 2 innings.
Inside for a 3-0 count.
Wind kind of picking up here. Moving some stuff around, not too much though.
3-0 count, 2 outs, 8-4 is a score. Here's the pitch to Dernberger. He thinks about it, holds back, be strike number 1.
A lot of the time with 2 outs, you're just trying to get that next runner on base, so usually you're not really getting the green light there to swing 3-0.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back. 3-2 now.
Nope. Best thing we ever did.
3-2 count. Here's the pitch.
Ooh.
Inside, and that's a walk for Reese Dernberger.
Dernberger's had himself a pretty productive day, as it seems like the PA guy, handwriting-wise, thinks it's an in instead of an R. Dingberger is what they're calling him.
Let's see.
He's hit lots of dingers so far this year,
Let's
hasn't
see
he?
if it looks like a... But the cards also have it. Looks like Dernberger to me.
I don't know, man. But either way, I mean, so far he's had a pretty successful day. 1 for 3 with a sac fly and then the walk there. He's getting himself some chances here and is able to be doing pretty good.
So 2-0 count. Broden Mabe.
Catcher was a bit upset there. Kind of spiked his glove on the ground. Not necessarily spiking it, but just kind of threw his hand down. And then kind of threw the pitch into the pitcher wildly. Threw the ball.
Here's the pitch. To ball, 3-0.
Just a
Joplin
bit
fan
up.
Showing some distress. So 8-4 ball game, runner on first, 2 outs. Nixa leads. Here's the pitch outside. Strike. And the person cleared the scoreboard because they thought it was a walk. So I have to put that back up. So 3-1 count. So
nobody warming up in the Eagles bullpen as well, so Ethan Taylor was able to get himself out of there.
Runner goes. He swings and fouls it back just to the right of us. And I don't know why I sound so quiet in my headset. So 8-4 ball game. Runner on first, 2 outs. 3-1 is the count. They still have not realized that's a different batter. Swung on. Foul. So 3-2 now. Second batter in a row where it's been 3-0 and foul back to 3-2.
Yeah, it is a 3-2 count here with 2 outs. Obviously, runner's going to be going on this play from first. Ball down the line. Could score him. I don't think they would really test it here with 2 outs. They're trying to add on. Get this game a little bit out of reach here. Obviously, with a 4-run lead, if you can add on, that would be nice.
Runner goes. Ball's popped up. Here they come. 3 Joplin Eagles, and one of them makes the catch. That's going to be, I believe, Byler Reether.
Flies out to Byler Reether at shortstop.
It was. So heading in to the bottom of the 6th inning. Nixa leads 8-4. Joplin needs some runs on the board here. Waghorn to the plate. Rylan Evans, the new pitcher for Nixa Eagles. First pitch from him is going to be a curveball for strike one.
Pitching for Nixa is number 10, Rylan Evans.
0-1 count, and I'm about to unmute Burns. Is he ready?
Don't believe so. Now it gets.
Is he ready for? Nope. Took it back off. Here's the pitch from Evans outside. 1-1. We're waiting.
Who needs me?
All right. Are you ready, Burns? Ready for the unmute?
Yeah, I'm ready. Here we are.
1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Evans. Curveball in there. Strike two. Beautiful, beautiful pitch from him.
Guys came in past couple of games as the closer. We got a kid jumping the fence or on the fence. It's kind of chilling there.
The softball game going on. Foul back.
Underneath the bleachers.
Duck and cover. No one gets hit.
Bong.
Something gets hit, but not people. 1-2.
What was that?
Metal plate to it. Looks like they got some JV Joplin players kind of walking around, getting the foul balls.
1-2 count.
I can't
Zero
believe
out.
we haven't got one yet. I'm a little disappointed.
I wanted one.
Yeah, get a little.
We got one in the
We've had one on our left side and the right side.
I know.
strikeout number one for Rylan Evans. We had one in the district championship game last year. It was a little
you?
bit over our heads. Kale had to go chase it down.
Joplin's down to their final 5 outs here, down by 4
Now
runs.
batting the designated hitter number 19,
Yeah, now that we're in the 6th inning, we're in the shade, and it feels awesome out
I
here.
thought softball season was over.
Junior high softball. Well, that looks like it's like a club team or something. Unless Joplin's all of a sudden turned red.
Here's the pitch from Evans. Or it's a visiting team.
Could be, yeah. That's his Webb City football.
Webb
And
City.
that shirt's at
Gotta-
Webb. Yep, I bet you that's what it is. It's probably junior high softball.
Inside. Why does he
Webs.
throw his bat that much?
hit by a pitch, advances to
He was hit by that? All right.
I don't know, you were paying attention to the junior high Webb
I was
City.
not. I was watching it.
Softball game.
I said inside because he was inside. I don't see how it hit him.
David Benn. Number 9, David.
You weren't paying attention either, were you?
Lance had said that this is the Yankees guy, by the way. He did first their number, name, and number, name.
He used to
again.
PN for the Yankees. Now he went to Joplin High School. That's quite the
I know,
downgrade.
I know. Retirement.
Runner goes. Jack Edwards here's a throw from his knees. Beautiful throw, and the runner is going to be safe. What a throw.
That was
That
nice
was
play.
beautiful. I don't know if let's see if we can catch that.
To second.
Oh, we did.
Stolen
Oh,
base.
replay. Bang! That
Don't
was.
touch anything and I'll make it go off.
Oh,
Now you're going to have another replay. You're going to miss this bat.
no, I'm not. What are you talking about?
All right. He waited for you. Congrats.
Evans gets set. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Strike two.
Starting with some fire here. So it looks like there's another Eagles player kind of just soft tossing around, just picking up some ground balls. But Ryland might be closing this game out for 2 innings.
How long does the replay go
Baseball
back?
would be, you can adjust. I think it's 5 seconds maybe. Maybe 8. I don't remember. You can adjust it. Baseball, you can actually use it. Basketball, you can't because you got to do it right away.
Swung on. Strike number 3. Strikeout number 2. Second out of the inning from Rylan Evans and 2 strikeouts.
You want me to look?
Throwing the heat
Got to start warning me.
upper corner.
Fielder number 2, Brady Males. Number 2, Brady Males.
Brady Mail. First pitch swinging, foul back, 0-1 count.
Joplin probably has to get 1 run here to at least give themselves a chance in the next inning. Well, they could put pressure in the 7th
No,
inning.
no, it's fine. It's fine where it's at. I like it. I shouldn't know where it was at. Why would we slow it down? Why would we slow
Slow down.
Swung on, lifted. Oh. Must not be able to use it here. Caught by. See.
Brady Males flies out to Ryland
Left
Michelle
fielder.
in left field.
Oh.
Joplin strands
It's
run
not
at
even- it's not
second
even in the
base off
frame.
the stolen base.
We're trying new things here.
Head to the 7th.
Head of the top of the 7th. Nixa leads 8-4.
On no hit.
Right back.
designated hitter number 15, Gary Hope.
Gary Goff up to bat. He had a RBI double and reach on error twice today. So he's 1 for 1.
Definitely applying pressure. Definitely applying pressure on Joplin's defense here. He's been able to also get on base, add some extra, get on the base paths, get some total bases in.
That swung on, lifted, center field. Center fielder going back to beat Kofer, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Ball flies out to Clayton Cofer.
Born a China shop next to me.
That's right.
Hey,
Now batting to second baseman.
Nate Cummings hustling out there. Look at him go.
I think Nate's got a cheering section today, actually. I meant to go look over there.
Huh? Probably. Go throw it away.
Does he have a student? Does he have a fan section today? He was up in the bleachers earlier. That's what I was wondering.
He always has a fan section. Nick's Missouri is his fan section.
Honestly, Nixa, Missouri is his fan section. Nixa, Missouri is his fan section.
1-0 count.
Everybody.
2-0 count. Colin Estree's at the plate. I mean, who can't love Nate Cummings? He's
I know. Coach Blantz got him a basketball for senior night.
Yeah.
I tried to take it from him, but he wouldn't let me. It was cool.
it's my favorite. If you ever tell him that you're going to coach the game, he gets really mad at you.
Oh, yeah? I really got to do the scoreboard. You're distracting me.
2-1,
How am
one
I
out.
distracting you? 2-1, 1 out.
That is a question. How are you distracting me?
2-1, 1 out. Ussery at the plate. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, lifted. Left field. Left fielder's going back. That's the drop. Ussery's rounding first. Hustling. Rounding second, but he's going to stay there. That's going to be a double for Colin Ussery. The SBU commit.
With a double into left center field.
It's really tough sometimes to tell whether the ball goes just over the fence or just kind of hits the top of the fence. It just hit underneath that yellow line there with a clear wall. In terms of a base runner, you always seems like he was expecting that to kind of go over the wall, so he didn't necessarily round first with the biggest amount of speed, but obviously it didn't matter. He was able to get in there with a stand-up double anyway.
So Ussery's at second, 1 out. Vincent at the plate. First pitch to him is going to be a ball. 1-0 count.
We've got a few jets flying by here.
Awesome as a train.
What?
Those
That's a train.
2-0 count.
See it going through back there?
But it also
There
looks
you
like it's
go.
a plane right there.
You don't hear that one, though.
yeah, I was.
It's definitely the train you hear.
2-1 count. It's called a strike on the outside corner. Oh my goodness, Burns.
Knocking over the drinks. Everything's okay, though. And we're still at a 2-1 count here.
Here's the pitch. Hits him again. That's his second time being hit today, and you can see his frustration.
Throws his bat nearly all the way to the dugout. Not happy.
Nate probably appreciates it. Didn't have to run out
Yeah.
this far.
There you
He
go.
always says thank you. Thank you so much, Wyatt.
Fielder number 2, Ryland Michelle.
Rylan Michelle gets his chance here.
Runners on first and second round. Michelle walks in. He's had a pretty good day himself. RBI, ground rule doubles.
There's
That's
some
swung
more.
on, and that's going to drop in left field. Colin Ussery gets the stop sign from Coach Nimmo at third base. So base is going to be loaded. In walks Caden Cloud. Caden Cloud, double, single, strikeout on the day.
So
He's trying to get something going here.
kind of out of it, but he's got himself the early part of the cycle here. He's got the bases loaded.
Here you go. You better be ready.
I'm ready.
Do you need to sit for this?
Wind's pulling
I don't
down
need
on
to
the
sit for
third
this.
base
Don't
side.
need to sit for it? Okay. Says he doesn't need to sit for it. I asked him if he needs to sit for it.
Bases are loaded. Shell at first. Here's the pitch. Low. Michelle at first. Vincent at second. And forgot who's at third.
That
Give me a second. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Here's the pitch to
That was-
Cloud outside. Shh.
It's 5.
Ussery. Got it.
Yep. Could have said that 15 seconds before, but that works out all the same.
Bases are
You gotta
loaded.
be quiet. Home run's coming.
Caden Cloud. Here's the pitch. Low. Well, can't hit a home run if you can't get a ball in the zone. 2-1 count.
Wind's blowing pretty far to that left side here. So for the right-handed batters,
Whoever's on Joplin scoreboard's getting fired tomorrow.
There it is.
Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back 2-2.
he's going to hit a home run here. It'll be on more of that inside part of the plate so he can pull it towards his way with the wind blowing as well.
Stream. It's like when Brady Reed comes to the bat. If there's ever a home run, it's going to cut out of the stream.
That's right. Poor guy.
Outside 3-2. Yeah, Brady comes into class, shows his frustration to Burns.
Do you have the green light here for the homer?
For 3-2? Yeah, he can. They just green out for a
Obviously, he's
home
got
all the
green
time.
light.
3-0 count is okay with me. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul,
Ooh,
hits
hit off
Ussery.
his
Is that
foot.
isn't he out?
He's foul. He's in foul territory. If he's in fair territory, he'd be an out.
So
That's why they stayed in foul territory.
it's 3-2 pitch, 1 out. Ussery.
And we'll do the
Seems to be
3-2
okay.
again.
But if he was inside the white line and he gets hit, yes, that would have
Yes.
been an out.
Runners at first, second, and third. Bases loaded. Caden Cloud at plate. 3-2 count. Outside. And now a walk and a run. And now comes Jack Edwards. 1 out.
I'm sure the catcher couldn't have bounced the ball off the
Oh, don't do it. Don't.
dirt
Don't.
like that.
You're down 5-1.
They don't got anybody in the bullpen,
They're not
so
warming anybody up anyway.
9-4. They're just throwing a cold arm in there. They're done.
just getting them a little meeting. Hey, so you can do. Blancett is showing his best Grand Slam impersonation. Although if he probably had a real bat, that bat would be flying down the third base side.
Throw me in there. I got this. So 3-2, not 3-2 count anymore. 1 out. Runners on first, second, and third. Bases loaded. Jack Edwards going to be up. As they're talking it over, we're going to step aside. Jack Edwards walks in the box. Bases are loaded. And wait, was there a new pitcher?
Yeah.
Oh,
The right fielder.
we were paying.
The right fielder.
I thought they were just talking it over the whole time.
We were prepping him all time up here.
Oh, here's a pitch. First pitch to be high, ball one.
Is number 2, Brady Mays.
Yeah, he's gonna hit a home run right on that first tile.
Swung on, lifted high, deep left field. That ball is lifted. That ball is gone. Grand slam, Jack Edwards. Coach Blanton, he called it, and that's a 4-run grand slam for Jack Edwards. And oh my goodness, you can't.
That's awesome. That's awesome right there.
I couldn't even hold it in. What a hit! What a swing by Jack Edwards.
Blanton has literally been talking about that for what, 5 minutes now? He literally talked about it for 5 minutes and a half. He said, well, the next
13 to
batter.
4, and if we get one more run, we don't even have to pitch to the bottom of the 7th inning. Oh, they still get their at bat?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
They'll still get it.
wow. Here's the pitch. Low.
That's impressive right there.
1-0.
He called it.
Grant.
Wow. 1-1. I'm sorry for anyone at home. I definitely just blew out their speakers and their TV.
I wondered why my mic wouldn't work, or headpiece wasn't working as well.
They blew out the music speaker here over our heads before the game even started. 20, 30 minutes before pregame, they playing some country song.
Yep.
2-1.
I didn't either. I was laughing at you.
That was great. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Now you, yeah.
Oh, that guy had no idea.
He had no
idea.
He's guy kind of looking like Bruce Arians, the former NFL coach.
I got hit by
Just like,
swung on, and it's gonna be grounded by the third baseman, but he's gonna be out at first. Oh my goodness! Umpire just wants to go home, to be honest.
yeah, that's
First out, and in walks Reese Sternberger. I got hit by a home
That's
run.
a second out.
It says second out on the. It said first on there. So second out. That's a. I got hit by a home run in Cardinals baseball batting practice one time. I caught one already, and then I was sitting there. I looked up in the sun, and it just hit me right in the knee, center field. I was like, wow, all right. Yeah,
PR guy thought that was the third out.
and that's grounded right through the pitcher's glove.
Yeah, he thought he'd get it.
And he thought he had it, but it's all right because Caden Shoemaker's there to scoop it up. So 13-4 off the grand slam from Jack Edwards, and we're going to head over to the bottom of the 7th. Joplin needs a miracle. We're back. Rylan Evans. That ball's lifted. Caden Cloud calls everyone off, makes the first out of the bottom of the 7th inning. So there's one out.
Caden Cloud at shortstop for out number 1.
Well, that was exciting.
Yeah.
We got to re-listen to
Yeah, that's why we missed the
the
first
Aiden
part of
Hopkins.
that.
Number 6.
He was coming out. I think he's
They're going to bring in a new pitcher.
Who?
It's like they're sending somebody in on the bullpen.
He wants to. They're waiting at the bullpen door. They want that run in. The climactic. Here he comes. I think it might be Gavin Krantz. Gavin Krantz, G-Bot's going to come in, and he's going to take over for Rylan Evans, just to
Like more of a
kind of see what he can do thing.
situational thing, seeing what he can do here, getting those extra runs and getting him a chance to walk off the field as well.
Gavin Krantz, two-sport athlete, tight end for the football team, infamous for his Carthage performance. And we're going to step aside while G-Bot warms up. 13-4, 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Bases are cleared. We'll be right back. We're back as Gavin Krantz takes the mound to see what he can do here. 13-4 is the score. Nixa leads.
Dylan Rivera.
What?
Once again, batting for the Eagles. Number
Oh,
6, Myler Reefer.
Dylan Rivera is not on the mound. It's Gavin Krantz. Dylan Rivera quit the team. So, it's funny. Strike one. 0-1 count, 1 out.
Joplin down to their
101, wow. That's pretty impressive. 0-1
Joplin
count.
down.
Oh, he's unmuted.
Joplin down to their final 2 outs here. Just trying to get some sort of. Obviously, you're not going to score 9 runs more than likely, but the idea here would just be to get some more opportunities for some hitters, try to move some guys around, and at least try to get more like a situational hitting as well.
Ball go.
Right here.
0-2 count. Swung on, lifted left field. Ron Michelle's coming in. That's going to drop. Rounding second. Throw in to Cloud, and he's going to stay at second. Try to get him to come back, but won't be able to. So it's a double.
Myler Reefer with a double.
Byler Reether with
To
double.
left center field.
Got an ESPN report. The Minnesota Twins hit 3 straight home runs in the first inning and have 9 runs against the Yankees in the last 50 seasons, which is the most they've ever given up in the first inning of a game.
For the
Nice.
Eagles,
I could do that.
13, Leighton Cofer.
3 straight home runs.
Yep.
Leighton Cofer.
9 runs in the first inning.
I could probably call him well, too. Runners at second. Here's a pitch, 0-1 count. Blanchett can do it all. He can baseball umpire, he can baseball coach, he can bus drive, he can basketball coach as well. He can live stream us too. He can
You forgot the most important part.
I think I included driving a bus.
All-state girls tennis coach.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Why would you?
He can do it
He's
all.
even
Coach
wearing
of
the
the
tennis
year.
shirt. He's wearing the shirt.
16. We're not sure.
Did
if
you win
it's
Coach of the Year in tennis and basketball
We're
in
not
the same
sure.
year?
We're not sure if it's 15 or 16 years in a row for girls tennis Coach of the Year. He's the only one who votes for it, but he's the only one who votes for it. But it's 15 or 16 in a row.
Strike 2. 1-2 count, 1 out.
What does Blancett's strike 3 call look like as an umpire?
Oh,
Oh boy. Hi-ya! That's what I think I saw.
give me your ejection. What happens if you're getting bad mouth? Low curveball.
This is
Tap him right in the chest.
I've heard enough of you.
perfect for an audio medium, but nevertheless, we've got ourselves
You guys wish
a little bit of garbage time
Imagine
here.
people looking back to us and they just see us doing that over and over again.
Yep.
3-2 count. Blancett gave a strike 3 call thinking that was a strike 3. The lawnmower.
No, I thought it was him pulling back his lazy boy.
You wish you guys.
That's what I thought it was.
You wish you guys could see what is happening right now. So 3-2 count, 1 out, runners on second. Here's the pitch from Crayons. Lifted center field. Vincent
That'll
going back.
score a run
and that's
at
gonna
least.
drop, and that's going to score. Most likely. Here's the throw in from Vincent.
Not much
So-
of a protest there.
13-5.
Leighton Foker with an
So G-Bot's
RBI
putting him in the
double.
strike zone, just putting him too much into the strike zone. That's 2 straight doubles.
Reether scoring from second.
Now up to bat,
Now batting is number
number 24.
Wind's picking up a bit. Has been kind of on and off throughout the night. This last 10, 15 minutes or so, it's been really strong.
Here's the pitch, strike 1.
It's because we finally got in the shade.
Number 20.
There you go.
Thought I'd
Williams.
speed up the wind, cool us down a little bit.
Here's a pitch, curveball, strike 2. Oh, 2 count, 1 out. Runner on second. Crayons looks back. Here's the pitch. Maybe. Here it is. Strike 3. That's 2 outs.
Cooper Williams goes down swinging for out number 1.
Out number 2. Peeing after not on his A game today.
That's the
No wonder he got demoted from the Yankees.
Now batting for the Eagles, the catcher, number 4, Jackson Queen.
Jackson Queen.
Jackson Queen.
Jackson Queen again if he misses. Oh, no. No.
Aiden Hopkins just dropped his baseball, and it went down the railing.
Ball.
Go get it quickly.
Oh,
Go in
what?
there.
I got to go.
Okay. So we got an 0-1
He dropped his baseball down there.
2 outs. Aiden's got to hurry to get this ball.
All right, I'll go get it for you.
He wants to make sure that he gets the last call of the game, it looks like. Burns is walking up.
0-1 count. Grands gets set. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul back 0-2.
So Joplin down to their final strike. Does Blancett want to come in here and talk about the game he's calling next week, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Him and Coach Middleton.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock start
Not
time.
4:30. It's 4 o'clock. Fayetteville has to get to Kickapoo. Take on the Chiefs. Huh? I said that's why they're leaving early. The game's starting to take Kickapoo. And strike number 3, out number 3, and win number 14 for the Nixa Eagles. They improved to 14-1. And what a game. Grand slam from Jack Edwards in the 7th inning. 13-5 is the final score. What's your thoughts on the game, Eli?
Well, it was just one of those games, as we've talked about throughout the past little bit of a winning streak here, is the solid contact the Eagles have been able to get. You got a grand slam earlier. Without that grand slam, this game kind of looks a little bit different. But the Eagles were able to put pressure on Joplin and just make it a really tough game for Joplin's pitching staff. They also kind of sent out their new third baseman, who was a freshman who hadn't played very much. Aiden Hopkins lost his baseball. But overall, in general, the Eagles were able to steal the hearts of many. And the ball's there. Jordan Burns playing a little hidden ball trick there, getting himself and pulling it out of thin air. But Joplin, you know, they played a decent game. They just weren't able to execute at the right times, weren't able to get their pitching to be solidified, and it just ultimately led to a pretty cruising kind of game beyond those first couple of innings when this game was tied.
So Nixa improves to 14-1. That's their 12th straight win. 3-0 in conference play. We're going to get some Chick-fil-A. I made Hopkins alongside my partner Eli Dean, Brock Blancett, and Coach Middleton. What? No JV stream tonight, as we're going to head back to Nixa so we can get in there at a reasonable time.
Yeah, no
so,
game tomorrow, 4 o'clock start.
No, I was about to say that. So 4 o'clock start. Blancett and Middleton on the call. It's going to be a good one. Fayetteville coming from Arkansas. And Nixa versus Fayetteville tomorrow.
And there's no
start.
JV stream tonight.
Okay, I got it. We're going to go away. 13-5 is the final score. I'm getting repetitive. Bye, everyone.